Well, hello there, boys and girls. Grab a snack, tuck yourself in, and pull those fuzzy blankets up tight. Tonight, we're skipping the frogs, the fairies, and the happily ever afters. No glass slippers, no magic wands, no fairy godmothers whispering spells in your ear. Instead, we're going with something darker, heavier, and way more real. Forget lullabies. This one's for the dreamers who think in dollars, not bedtime rhymes. Ever wonder how people get filthy rich and somehow leave no trace behind? Buckle up, this isn't fantasy ISL strategy. Strategy written in fine print. Our bedtime tale tonight? It's about cleaning money. Welcome to Money Laundering, Storytime Edition. So fluff those pillows and clutch your piggy bank because this bedtime story doesn't have dragons. It has dirty dollars getting squeaky. Clean. We're talking ghost-written books, fake royalties, and a system polished enough to flip street cash into wire transfers without technically breaking a single law. Forget fairy tales. This is the dark side of publishing. The business of legit crime. A blueprint so slick crooks can sleep soundly while the rest of us lie awake wondering how they pulled it off. Once upon a book, once upon a time, books sparked revolutions. They changed empires, toppled kings, inspired generations. Today, some books are nothing more than laundromats in paperback form. Sounds crazy, right? What's a 20-page ebook got to do with organized crime? Oh, it's deeper than you think. See, in today's digital jungle, a book isn't always meant to be read. Sometimes it's meant to be rinsed, spun, and cashed out. Enter Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing and a whole universe of self-publishing platforms.
By two writers.
It's paradise. To hustlers, it's a playground. Here's the kicker. No talent required. Just 15 pages of AI-generated gibberish, a remix of Wikipedia, a slap-together title with a catchy buzzword or two. Upload and done. Price tag, anything goes. 99 cents, $199, even $999. No editors, no gatekeepers, no one asking questions. Just publish it, and suddenly customers start rolling in. Spoiler alert, those customers aren't real. They're scammers buying their own books with dirty cash. The rinse cycle, pictured this. Stacks of drug money, stolen funds, shady bribes all funneled back through fake book sales. Each purchase looks like a perfectly legit transaction. Amazon takes its cut, keeps the lights on, and the rest comes back as royalties. Clean, shiny, untraceable. On the outside, it's just an author grinding out sales. On the inside, it's a rinse cycle so smooth, it barely leaves a ripple. Dirty dollars. Go in, royalties come out. Money laundering in paperback. It doesn't stop there. Some scammers don't even bother writing the junk in the first place. They steal real authors' names, bios, even headshots. They forge glowing reviews, hijack profiles, and upload counterfeit books under someone else's brand. By the time the real author notices the angry emails, missing royalties, and confused readers, the scammer is long gone. The money's already washed. The books still live. The crook. A ghost? From street hustle to political playbook? Think this. Is just small-time internet scheming? Think again. Politics has officially entered the chat. Campaigns, PACs, even elected officials are running this play. And the beauty? Their fingerprints never smudge. Slimy, absolutely. Legal, not exactly. That's the brilliance of it. How it works. A politician drops a boring, forgettable book. Doesn't matter what it's about. Leadership, gardening, the alphabet, irrelevant. And their campaign or a friendly organization swoops in and buys thousands of copies. Not for readers, not for libraries, just to juice sales, inflate royalties, and keep the money. Cycling in-house, it's not a donation, it's a purchase. On paper, totally legal. In reality, it's a shady merry-go-round. A textbook laundering scheme wrapped up in a hardcover spine. I need proof? Meet Healthy Holly. Take Baltimore's former Mayor Catherine Pooh. She dropped a children's book series called Healthy Holly. Cute, right? On the surface, it looked wholesome. Behind the curtain, It was a cash cow. She sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of those books to hospitals and school boards, funded with public dollars. But here's the twist. Most of those books were never delivered. They sat in boxes gathering dust. The words didn't matter, the sales did. That was the hustle. To the public, it looked squeaky clean a mare, promoting children's health. Behind the press releases, a payout pipeline. Call it money laundering. Call it wire fraud. Call it slick PR. Whatever you call it, it was hiding in plain sight. No duffel bags, just digital receipts. Here's the modern twist. No more duffel bags full of cash. No more shady wire transfers raising red flags. If you want to funnel a fat stack today without drawing suspicion, don't Venmo. Don't write a check. Don't hand someone an envelope in a parking lot. Just support the book. Buy 3,000 copies of a $300 ebook. Boom, washed. Everyone wins. It's not a bribe. It's a bestseller. Amazon swears it has security systems in place. Sure, maybe they'll catch a misplaced comma. But motives? Transactions that look like purchases? Forget it. Their mission is simple. Move units. They're not watching who's buying or why. A 12-page coloring book costs more than a weekend in Bora Bora. Their bots can spot typos, but they can't spot million-dollar schemes. In that blind spot, that's where the magic happens. Reviews. The glitter on the scam, and don't get me started on reviews. Bought. Faked. Generated out of thin air. 5 stars, glowing blurbs, rave testimonials, all fabricated. Because let's be honest, these books aren't designed to be read. They're designed to be bought. The words are smoke. The real story lives in the transactions. Shiny on the surface, dirty at the roots, and nobody's digging in the soil. To be fair, not every overpriced book is a scam. Sometimes niche titles really do catch fire. Sometimes political memoirs ride the wave of a movement. But when you see a $799 paperback with no buzz, no press, no readers, and somehow it's selling, ask yourself, who's buying it, and what are they really buying into? 9 times out of 10, it's not literature, it's leverage. Laundering in plain sight. And that's the kicker. Laundering doesn't show up in ski masks anymore. It shows up with 5-star reviews and an add to cart button. It hides in bestseller lists and fake author bios. It blends in with ambition, hustle, and the grind culture everyone worships while you're scrolling TikTok or sleeping through the night. Somebody's flipping fortunes behind counterfeit book covers and royalty checks. Slick, silent, effective, and yeah. I crack jokes, but this part's real. The loopholes are wide open. People are building empires while the rest of us are just dreaming. You won't see it coming because it looks like entrepreneurship. It looks like hustle. It looks like success. But underneath, it's illusion. Ink-stained. Illusion, backed by spotless paper trails. The punchline, and just when you think the plot can't twist any harder, someone like me drops a video and says, guess what, y'all? I'm launching my own $999 book tomorrow. Relax. I'm kidding, probably, I mean. Who wouldn't want to wash money through a glitter-covered coloring book called Wash and Draw? Jokes, people, or am I? Anyway, if you made it this far, congrats. Now no more than half the folks funneling cash through alphabet books and fake anthologies. Smash that like button. Subscribe for more disturbing bedtime tales. And remember one last rule of thumb. If their nostrils are wider than their whole nose, run. Don't trust them. Good night, Tand. Sweet, shady dreams. Shady dreams.